Hello and welcome. This is Ray Stendall, and trend number 5 is testimonial harvesting and social proof. Did you realize how important it is to have a methodical manner to capture the good work you're doing through the voices of your enthusiastic customers and perhaps fans that you have for your business and for your brand? Customer reviews are so important in this transparent economy that we find ourselves in. And as I have written about years ago in the Customer Engagement Manifesto, having the right reviews available for people to take a look at is oh so important. 88% of customers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, especially if you have a lot of them and it is very clear that you didn't jury-rig this in your favor. 67% of shoppers spend more online after recommendations from an online community of friends. 90% of consumers say that their buying decisions are influenced by positive reviews. 72% of consumers say that positive reviews make them trust a local business more. 85% of customers say they read up to 10 reviews of a certain product. And oh, by the way, the more expensive the product, the more reviews they're going to read. Almost 90% of consumers say they would pay more to ensure a superior customer experience. I want you to let that sink in for a second. This is so very important. Now, I'd like to also just share a little bit about how I buy online. And let me ask you if you do something similar, because I don't think what I'm doing is all that unique. But number one, whenever I take a look at a restaurant, before I step inside the restaurant, I have already searched them on Yelp. And what I do when I go to Yelp is I look for I sort by the number of stars. I sort by the number of reviews. I allocate how much I'm willing to spend if I'm looking for a quick meal or a fine dining experience. And I will look and read reviews. I'll look for pictures. I will see what kind of experience somebody has. And I tend to look for restaurants that have a large number of reviews because I know it's hard for somebody to fake that. Do you do that? Do you know that sometimes I do that on the sidewalk right outside the restaurant? I'll have my phone out. The owner will be looking at me through the glass, and I'll be looking at the review to decide if I even want to walk into the restaurant. This is what our generation is transitioning towards. I will actually leave that restaurant and go to the one next to it if the reviews are better. Isn't that amazing? I think it's amazing that as consumers we have this level of power. I also want you to consider what is your experience when you buy online. Particularly, let's use Amazon as an example. Do you look at reviews on Amazon? The more expensive the product, do you look at those reviews? Do you take a look at those reviews and try and figure out are they fake or are they real? You kind of take a look at the different levels of detail associated with those reviews. Does the number of reviews influence you? Sure does influence me. That's what we are competing with. We're competing with companies that understand the importance of reviews and testimonials and being able to capture it in a systematic manner so that they can leverage it in future customer acquisition. So with that being said, I want you to ask yourself how you could benefit from doing this in your business. Could you perhaps capture reviews and share them with the world? And leverage some of your social channels to share the good work you're doing from your customers. The first thing you need to do is you need to get reviews from people who love your brand. And the easiest way to do that is to ask the people who love your brand if they're willing to give you a review and then make it really easy for them to do so. For some individuals who are very comfortable in front of a camera, you might take out your phone and video record them. For others, you might audio record them. And for others, you might simply accept a text-based type of review or testimonial. But you also need to shape the review and help them do so. One of the formulas that I like and I use with my clients is walk somebody through the experience of working with you. What was life like before finding you? What problem did they have? Why was it a big problem? Number 2, what was life like to find you? How did they find you? What was life like working with you? What was life like after the service or product was delivered? And the most important is the outlook to the future. This is where you get to transform what it is that you have delivered into a bigger picture. It's about shifting mindset, shifting the emotional energy around what it is that you did. For example, if I would be selling, and this just pops into my mind, appliances, and let's say that I was going to sell an oven to somebody. That last piece, that number 5, I wouldn't be talking about the features and benefits and how long this oven is going to last. I would be talking about the joy of having a home-cooked Thanksgiving Day meal or Christmas Eve dinner and using that oven to create a great meal for friends and family to have a great time on that evening. Do you see how I moved from talking about an oven to talking about an experience? That transformation is the power of what you end your testimonials with. So with that being said, I want you to think a little bit about how you could capture testimonials from your customers and then how you can start to leverage it through top of funnel where you're building awareness for your brand, but that's not really the best place for it. It's really bottom of funnel because somebody has already got to the point where they're about to make a purchasing decision and they want to know if you're right for them. And that's where you get to leverage these reviews. You get to also leverage these reviews online so that Google can index them so that they can find out when somebody does a search on you and figure out if you're the real deal, will your reviews show up? Very, very important for you to show up when people search for you because that's the moment of impact. That's the moment of making a decision and you're either present or you're not. Very, very key. Now with the solution that I use and deploy with my customers, we're able to capture thousands of powerful reviews using audio and video and also text. We're able to do this for a variety of products and services. And what's really great is imagine being able to let your customer use their phone or smart device to capture video that's raw and authentic and real. And in one button with a 4 or 5 star review, send that to a service which can then deploy it on your website, real time, no webmaster required. Once you get a little snippet of code on your website, which is totally easy to do. So this is an example of how you can harvest your audio and your video and your text testimonials very quickly, and then how you can take that content that you make it easy for people to provide to you. Because I got to tell you, one of the big problems that people have with testimonials is it's not easy for a customer to record themselves on video. And you can't always be present with your video camera to capture a recording. So why not make it easier for your customers who are able to articulate a message in front of a camera to do so and send it to you? Make that whole process nice and easy and not dependent on their technical skill set. That's really the key point. So this summarizes the key points that I wanted to share with you relative to testimonial harvesting and social proof and how you can use this at the top of funnel as well as at the bottom of the funnel. Use this in your automated process because I guess this is one thing that I didn't mention. As part of your ability to derive and deliver products and services and value to your customers, you should, as part of your process, in an automated manner, ask for these testimonials using automated marketing strategies and tools, as well as technologies to make it easy for somebody to give you those testimonials so that they can then be put through a process and harvested on multiple channels. Because you could take video that you capture from somebody and throw that up on YouTube, throw that up on your Facebook fan page, take that, put that on your homepage, be able to leverage this. You can even take those videos, create a special PDF document with a little bit of a blurb about who the person is and a picture of an image. That click on that image that takes you to a website where you can watch that review. You can have a few pages, which is a separate document. When you get to the point when you are getting close to conversion with your customer, you send over that email. Maybe it's even part of an automated process. They click on it, they click on the PDF, they look at the video, they click on one after another. And if you stack enough of these testimonials and they're heartfelt and they can connect with that information, you will totally differentiate yourself and be distinct in the minds of your customers. So this is the wrap up on trend number 5. And in our last video, we're going to just go over a quick conclusion.